the Marmalade spread.
So guide me. It's taking longer than usual lately to find me. Think I lost control. Come on, baby, won't someone save me? Make you feel crazy. Take my mind when I wake up to a baby. Find myself in it all comes out. Maybe you feel this out. Don't even care about it. You got me stealing the show. Don't even care about it. It's just a good time. Don't even care about it. You're the same for It's just a good time. So guide me. It's taking longer than usual lately to find me. Think I lost control. Come on, baby, won't someone save me? Make you feel crazy. Take my mind when I wake up to a baby. Find myself in it all comes out. Don't even care about it. You got me stealing the show. Don't even care about it. It's just a good time. 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 Come on, baby, won't someone save me? Make you feel crazy. Take my mind when I wake up to a baby. Find myself in it all comes out. Maybe you'll Don't even care about it. You got me stealing the show. Don't even care about it. It's just a good time. Don't even care about it. You're the same for It's just a
Ooh, well, that was Cully with How to Live Forever. He is my new obsession at the moment. He's Dutch art. He's from the Netherlands, and he is somebody who I have been absolutely having on repeat over and over since I discovered the song. Probably around like February, March time. It came out in Feb, so I think I discovered it right after it came out, and I've just been playing the song on repeat on all my playlists. He's actually playing quite a few shows around the Netherlands and has been just have such incredible creativity with all of his visuals. On his Instagram, he's got all these videos and he like hides things around different cities. He's definitely someone who's trying to take the new age of like alternative like rock angsty vibes of like young kids now in the music scene, which I think is really cool. So we thought we'd kick it off over there with Cully. So I hope you enjoyed. So we're back with the Marmalade spread, and I'm so excited to be able to have Phil with me today. Phil has had an incredible career in so many ways, helping tons of independent artists, but just artists from all different spectrums. And we met not too long ago through my coach Diane, and she was hyping Phil up so much about what he's been up to. So I thought,
very smart lady.
Yeah, very smart lady. So I thought, bring him on so we can share a little bit about who he is, what he's been up to, and thought we'd curate a little playlist together. So Phil, thanks for coming.
Oh, it's a joy. Yeah, thanks for inviting me. It's fun. Putting together the playlist is good. Full disclosure, I've heard all the tracks you're bringing up already because you shared it with me a couple of days ago, and they're all bangers.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. They're all now in my playlist, my personal playlist, so I will be rinsing them as well.
I love that. Well, that's how it should be. That's how it should be. Well, you've been around tons of artists over your career within like working in music. Is there a moment that just consistently gets you excited when you go and discover new music or you've been introduced to a new artist?
Yeah, actually, I like that. There is. I'm not a live music guy. I never have been, and I'm nervous saying that. Like in the music industry, that's really not cool. But it's true. I'm not a big live guy. I think it's because I'm not a big guy. Growing up, I could never see what was going on stage, so maybe that's why. But I love listening to music and in nice fat headphones like these. And for me, it's when the chorus lands and you get the feels. And I think I might be quite loose. I get that a lot with artists, but I think that point where the chorus lands, it's really gratifying. It resolves what was going on in the verse. When it gets me there, that's it for me.
Well, that's the thing you're going to have on repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. So it's great when you can actually feel that internally. You work on it so hard as an artist, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So to actually have it land for you, I love that on the listener side of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. So it's great to have you in here because you've worked with so many different artists, and I think that that's so important when you've worked with artists on many different scales over that time. What is it like working with international artists, from all over the world? Do you feel like there's always something new that you're discovering and connecting, and they're coming with different attitudes during different things?
Yeah, that's a cool question. I like because there's a sort of a reality in the music business where increasingly, quite rightly, it's a global industry. And I worked for a long time at AWOL, which, was a bit of a leader when it came to approaching big deals in a very global headset. And so, yeah, I've definitely, that is how the industry is running. But the reality is you still need an international team at labels. There are loads of nuances with every different territory. And so as much as you can bring best practice wisdom to an artist project, it is different in different territories. And so, yeah, there's a lot of skills needed. So working a project internationally, the reality is you normally have focused territories and you've got to get really locked in on those and do the work there first. There's a bit of a tendency to maybe look to other territories too soon with projects, and it's definitely smart to start really focused on the territories that are popping off and that are going to be easiest for you to work. So I don't want to ramble on too much, but if you're a rock band, live is such a key piece that trying to break in territories that you can't easily travel to, it's probably not the best move. That's not a rule, but it's not a bad guideline to start with. So yeah, all sorts of nuances for the territorial stuff. I loved being in the mix with it. I think, at its best and most exciting, the music industry is about culture and sort of translating and communicating culture. So yeah, rubbing up against different territories is a joy and a privilege. But yeah, it's complex.
The world is so big, and when you think about how people translate into connecting with music, everyone does it so differently. So that's really good advice to be able to focus small, focus in things that you actually can attain and you have connections to, and then slowly maybe finding a partner like AWOL or finding a partner similar in that way that can help you expand. Finding good people to help you do that stuff is really important. So I can imagine over your many, many years of being able to do that, it becomes a routine, but also a routine that is different across each artist or team or people that you start working with over that time.
Yeah, it's definitely true. You've got to try and approach each project like it's new and like it's fresh. I guess that strikes on a broader point, which is the way you approach projects in music or with any business is, there's a lot of things that are going to be consistent across projects, but there's a lot that isn't. And trying to unpick those two, that's really hard. And so what is best practices for most projects is true for most projects, but you've got to be pretty smart and switched on to notice the bits that are different. And, one size doesn't fit all with creators.
It's all the detail. The detail. That's why artists really focus in on their own detail in so many different ways. Well, I love that. Well, we're going to get on. We could talk for hours, but we're going to get on with our next track right here. It's called Together by Esme Emerson, and they are a brother-sister duo that has actually been on the tear at the moment. I have not seen them yet because every time I try to go and see them live, I'm being pulled somewhere else. So they have some shows coming up. I got to make it happen at some point. But this brother-sister duo is something that I think is really taking some absolute leverage in different capacities. So this is their song Together, Esme Emerson.
Your eyes and hold you
You didn't have to go. You didn't have to go. You know, you didn't have to go. You didn't have to go. You know, you didn't have to go. You didn't have to go. You know, you didn't have to go. You didn't have to go. I drew a map so that I would not forget, but I miss the sounds of your heart, back and forth under my feet again. And I'll tell the story of you to my children. You didn't have to go. You didn't have to go. You know, you didn't have to go. You didn't have to go. You know, you didn't have to go. You didn't have to go. You know, you didn't have to go. 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 You know, you didn't have to go. You didn't have to go. You know, you didn't have to go. You didn't have to go. You know, you didn't have to go. You didn't have to go.
Great. Well, that was Luna Lee and her track, You Didn't Have to Go. Now, this was a recommendation from a really good friend of mine. She is a Korean-Canadian artist, but has been doing a lot in the world of what she's been defying. So a friend of mine who recommended this, he was listening to her project for, I think he said about a year and a half. I was like, oh, would love to see her. And then she came and played in the DC area where he lives, and he ran to the show, absolutely was enthralled in just everything that she created. So when I asked him to recommend a song, this was the first thing that he came to mind, because he just had such an experience going to her show and been listening for such a long time. And I think that that's so important when it comes to artists, is are they developing this actual, we say world building, but this actual moment where people can look forward to experiencing that and leaving everything at the door and coming and actually connecting after you've been listening to music for a while. So I think that's pretty special to be able to have, and I'm glad that my friend was able to share this over here, which is pretty good. We're going to move on to our next track. This is a track from Michael Bernard Fitzgerald. And discovered this, I think, on Discover Weekly, but not realizing that I've actually been listening to him previously for the last 2 to 3 years on all of his tracks. But this one has really stuck with me. It's from his album Horizon Lines, and it has been something that has been out since 2024, but has been the lead track of the record, something that I just have on repeat, and it just sends me in a way that I feel like is really special. So I'm going to let everybody else kind of enjoy it in that moment, so I hope you enjoy. After a While, Michael Bernard Fitzgerald.
Down our street,
just driving quiet. I get steely. What's important? Where's the focus? Skyline pulling into view. It's a forest out there. Can't always see through. Too much pressure on the dial. I know it all works out after a while. Yeah. Trouble morning. Hard times sometimes take it all. Not saying I'm not thankful for nothing. We all need a little time to fall. Too much pressure on the dial. I know it all works out after a while. Relationships, people we love. We can go days without talking too much. Moments lost, ones we waste too. Learning they all come back to haunt you. Too much pressure on the dial. I know it all works out after a while. 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 After a while.
On the best days, I still wake up with a headache from thinking of you. All night long, there must be something pretty wrong with me to still feel this much after this long. Can you help me escape this endless fall into emptiness? Can you help me to pull through? I need a fresh start and a new heart too. Just when I thought I'd left this behind. It all catches back up in the blink of an eye. Will I even get to say my last word as I'm dying on this lonely hill? They go, can you help me escape this endless fall into emptiness? Can you help me to pull through? I need a fresh start and a new heart too.
Right, so that was Dean Frost, and yeah, it was a great track. It's called Fresh Start, and like I came across him. We were chatting a bit through the Team Around You, which is the platform that we'll get on to talking about, I'm guessing. But yeah, I just love that track. He sort of talks about this a bit across his tracks. He's really into the guitar side. He makes quite complicated guitar parts, really pretty. But for me, it's the vocals that really resonate. I think he's got a great delivery, and like lyrically, it's kind of sweet and simple. And I think communication-wise, I think it's really good. I feel like there's real resonance there. So I'm really interested to see what comes up next. There's more tracks coming out over the next year.
Well, he's fresh. It's a new project, isn't it? So there's only 3 tracks out.
I think that's
roughly?
right.
Yeah, it sounds great. I mean, as you just said, like I think the way he pronounces the words and how he says it and how it carries on, it's gonna be on a lot of playlists. Like I can feel like people just want to go back to it and go back to it and go back to it. And it's a sad way to say that, but I think that's how people are connecting now. Is like the mood that he makes in that song specifically. It just feels really touching.
It's true, yeah, and like nowadays with so much of our early engagement with music being teased music across TikTok or whatever platform it is you're rinsing, I think that's going to go really well on there too. So yeah, I think great editorial support on TikToks. I think that's his way in.
I think so too. Well, we're going to move on to an artist who is pretty big at the moment, who you've suggested here. So I'll maybe give you a little extra intro to the guy who's gone absolutely mental in the music world after having a pretty successful acting career at the same time, which has been pretty good.
Yeah, we could talk plenty about that, but we don't need to. Let's just talk about him as an artist.
Yes.
Like, it came across our Played at AWOL a while ago when I was working there, and like part of my role there was running the artist support teams, and I can't remember exactly whether it's maybe Emily Burwald or Hannah Obadiah who sort of discovered the track on the platform, and they he was first delivering some content through us. But I don't think we were quite prepared for how far it would go, and he's become such a massive star. This latest record, in fact, I think they've just re-released it with a whole bunch more tracks. They're all brilliant. So his latest record is now huge and fantastic.
Yeah.
But this is going back to the album before this last one, and the track's called Gloom, and it's just an absolute joy. I love this track.
Well, let's get into it because it is a great track, and I'm glad you discovered him. So please enjoy.
bed and tie, I'm ready to go. Undress you with my eyes, I'm ready to go. I measure up to you, I'm ready to go. I smoke my cigarettes, I'm ready to go. My eyes are dry as hell, I'm ready to go. My back is giving out, I'm ready to go. I need to walk my dog, I'm ready to go. My dog's expecting me, I'm ready to go. I hate this temperature, I'm ready to go. This music sucks to me, I'm ready to go. These people cuss me out, I'm ready to go. I'm going quite so well, I'm ready to go. I hate the city, yes, I'm ready to go. Oh no, I never liked it, I belong on the roads. Goodbye.
It's a very wicked test. You play to the unknown. I don't know what happens in this part of town. If we close the shop, miserable and mild. We don't know what happens in this part of town. Where do we go when we're walking on weathered stones? Under pitch black skies, can we hold on to the road? On a long road, road from home. On a long road into the unknown. Make me a believer. On a long road from home. Worry steals time, comes and floods your eyes. You don't know what happens in this part of town. Better not look back when the fall's too far. We don't know what happens in this part of town. You're my siren song, you're my silence in the night. If the car was on fire, would you be in my fight or flight? On a long road from home. On a long road into the unknown. Make me a believer. On a long road from home. I don't wanna sleep tonight. I just wanna drive. On a long road from home. On a long road into the unknown. Make me a believer. On a long road from home.
Great, so that one was This Part of Town by Better Joy. And like they are super new on my radar. Really, really cool. I love that track. It's just such nice, easy, cool, pop, chill stuff. I absolutely love it. And it came across my lap the other day. I was chatting with the guy who's managing them and also drumming in the band, absolute rock star, a guy called Jamie. I was chewing his ear off because he started a business called Beta and I need help I'm learning how to start a business. So I was like chewing his ear off about that. But then found out that in his spare time, he's also a drummer in a cool band that he manages. So I mean, like, but they're really cool. They're out of Manchester. They got a gig coming up with Bastille in Brighton. It's very cool. With Nadia Sheikh as well.
Yeah. A big fan.
So yeah, it's all going off. But yeah, great track that. Love it. Better
What a
Joy.
combination. You're the manager and the drummer. And you're running a business at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know how he does it. He just doesn't sleep much. I
Same
guess.
time? I wonder if he could do it all at the same time.
Yeah. He's on a headset.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I love it.
Nice. We're getting straight on to the
Yeah,
next
let's
track.
do the next one. Yeah.
This is the Rizzle Kicks track. Yeah.
Sorry.
I just love it. This is catnip. This is proper pop music. The reason why, like, first of all, the guy who's in the band, one of the guys called Jordan, was on my radar because he's been doing some cool initiative with youth music he was involved with, and I thought, oh wow, this guy's really smart and interesting. I was listening to his hanging on his every word, and then they just started blowing up my TikTok, and I don't know, it might be one of those where it's just my algorithm is serving me loads of it, but I love it. They are absolutely killing it on there. So if you want to see how to do TikTok right, go and check out Rizzle Kicks on there right now. But yeah, this track is absolutely fierce. Follow Excitement.
Follow Excitement, Rizzle Kicks, and they have a nice little feature here with Rachel Chinariri, who I'm a big fan. So when you put this on, fucking excited.
Nice.
So we're going to get right into it. Please enjoy.
I don't know, but I like it. I'm trying to follow excitement. We don't need much to light it, just a little bit.
Yeah, ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't my greens yet, ain't all of my broccoli. You wanna beef, well at least do it properly. Ain't got a chance, this ain't even Monopoly. It can't be you, this ain't even a lottery. Only thing I'm trying to smash nowadays is the glass and the ceiling on top of me. I'm trying to be peaceful and worry free, but some of these need a lobotomy. Honestly, played ball, now it's time for another kick. Already got a bunch ticked off the bucket list. Never had love, found love, now I'm loving it. Real talk, man, I hope you discover it. No shortcuts in life, man, you gotta be aligned with the suffering. Can't start ducking it. You gotta pick your battles, but right now this ain't even a challenge. I'm just brushing up.
I don't know, but I like it. I'm trying to follow excitement. We don't need much to light it, just a little bit, just a little bit. I don't know, but I like it. I'm trying to follow excitement. We don't need much to light it, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Add a little spice to the rhythm. Cook it up, smelling real nice in the kitchen. Voila. Yes, he did. No, we didn't. She said, Rizzle Kicks are back. Now she living. Hey, mom, look, I'm on the telly. Tryna put food in my belly. Giving it some welly. Even if it's straight from the heart, it might not chart, so you might as well dance like bop your head and hit a two-step. Bop your head and hit a two-step. Bop your head and hit a two-step. Spin it around, give 'em roulette. Wave bye-bye as I go top floor bound where I show her. Everything I do, yeah, everything's a goer. Can't constrict me, I ain't no boa.
I don't know, but I like it. I'm trying to follow excitement. We don't need much to light it, just a little bit, just a little bit. I don't know, but I like it. I'm trying to follow excitement. We don't need much to light it, just a little bit, just a little bit.
For the
talking about the same thing? Or do you have the confidence? And I don't mind the innocence. And lately I've been thinking, and I'm starting to believe that maybe we do it all for the peace of mind. And we could turn to the left or the right. I never knew how to compromise. I put it on the line. It's not like falling down, 'cause I'm not high enough to hurt myself. Yeah. It's not like falling down, 'cause I'm not high enough to hurt myself. Yeah. Whenever I try to feel it, I find myself in between the lines. Whenever I try to feel it right, I hope that you're waiting for me. Days we do it all for the peace of mind. And we could turn to the left or the right. I never knew how to compromise. I put it on the line. Radio. Ready for another detail. Scotty, see the line. Got a bass, put it on the line. Lazy, do it all for the peace of mind. And we could turn to the left or the right. I never knew how to compromise. I put it on the line, yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoy that song Daisy, because Daisy is on my mind 100%. That is Daisy, Jacob 40 Hands.
Love it.
You were bopping to it the whole time, weren't you?
It's such a good tune. So I mean, I think maybe you shared it with me like a couple of days ago. We had a look at this playlist.
Yeah.
I don't know, we're letting behind the curtain here. I don't know if that's
great.
cool. But yeah, I've just had that one on repeat. It's so nice. Such a good tune.
When you're walking, you're riding your
I was
cycling.
running, and I went running yesterday, and was it yesterday or the day before? But it was one of those days that London is great at, where it's raining one minute and sunny the next. And it was just as the rain and the wind stopped for a minute, and then that song landed, and I was running along. Still pretty slowly, I won't lie, but like with a spring in my step. So it was all good.
Well, thank you to the band, Jacob 40 Hands, for giving you that little extra. Extra push.
Yeah. I owe them. They got me over the line.
They're a great band from Germany. I've been kind of obsessed with them for a little while. This song, it was out a little while ago, but it's the one that's just been on repeat. So wanted to share that with everybody, and I'm glad, Phil, you got it in your little pep in your step with it too, which is really sick. So we're gonna move on to our next track. It's by the artist Riz Lavi, and I discovered this on Discover Weekly. A track that was just on my playlist, added to my playlist, and what I usually do is I try to share stories on Instagram. I try every day. It's been a little slower recently, but I just share like a moment of my day and then a song behind it. And I shared the song, and a good friend of mine who's a producer in New York said, "Yo, that is like a good friend of mine. Do you know him?" And I was like, "No." He goes, "Well, he's actually in London now. He's based in New York, kind of LA, New York area." And he's like, "Yeah, Riz is in London. You should link up with him." I was like, "What? This is insane." So sharing stuff online, I feel you find these connections in different ways that you don't realize why people are connected and how they're connected. So I actually met up with him recently, and hopefully we can like collaborate and do some work together, which is pretty sick. So I thought, fitting moment, let's put his track on that made me discover him on this playlist, and hopefully it'll bring some joy to more people, which I hope everybody else enjoy. So this is the song Lace by Riz Lavi. Please enjoy.
Love is a dog from hell, pulling a leash, getting ahead of itself. At least I'm running the neighborhood, cutting my teeth and burning like firewood. Yeah. Getting it right, taking some tries. peace and hoping for anything good. Yeah, getting it right, it's taking some tries. You don't get a prize for giving up. Here for your vibe, it purifies something divine in your touch, in your touch. When you feel like it's your side and I'm too far away. When you feel like one more flight might be beyond the break. How the skyline held the sunlight, my hands on your face. It's like seeing you in LA, you and I in LA. Make me a house so that you can move in. Sick of saying goodbye, stay as long as you can. It's a blaze outside, but life's lace in your hand. When it finally feels good, you're out the door again. Make me a house so that you can move in. Sick of saying goodbye, stay as long as you can. It's a blaze outside, but life's lace in your hand. When it finally feels good, you go out the door again. When you feel like it's your side and I'm too far away. When you feel like one more flight might be beyond the break. How the skyline held the sunlight, my hands on your face. It's like seeing you in lanes, you and I in a lanes. When you feel like it's your side and I'm too far away. When you feel like one more flight might be beyond the break. How the skyline held the sunlight, my hands on your face. It's like seeing you in lanes, you and I in a lanes. You and I in a lanes. You and I in a lace. I can't take this anymore. Watching you move on away from me. The only time we touch is when we sleep. So much harder cause we're 8 years deep. Never said goodbye before. It's got me questioning if we've outgrown. Just falling deeper into what we know. Maybe it's time we need to let this go and cry alone. Let's be real. We've been so damn lonely in love. Your heart doesn't know me. It's no one's fault, but it's the end. Oh, we've been dancing in the dark. You're a stranger cradled in my arms slowly. Your lips got cold, they forgot me. It's no one's fault, but it's the end. But now I don't know who you are. You're a stranger cradled in my arms. I don't know you anymore. We used to drive away for long weekends, but now my seat is taken by your friends. I'm getting used to being second best. Yeah, the truth is we've had better days. I don't want to throw it all away, but we're gonna hate each other, pretending we can suffer the heartache. Let's be real. We've been so damn lonely in love. Your heart doesn't know me. It's no one's fault, but it's the end. Oh, we've been dancing in the dark. You're a stranger cradled in my arms slowly. Your lips got cold, they forgot me. It's no one's fault, but it's the end. But now I don't know who you are. You're a stranger cradled in my arms. Lonely, lonely and lonely. Lonely, lonely and lonely. Lonely, lonely and lonely. A stranger cradled in my arms. Lonely, lonely and lonely. Lonely, lonely and lonely. Lonely, lonely and lonely. You're a stranger cradled in my arms.
Right, so that track was Lonely in Love, and it's by Black Violet. And look, I might be wrong about this, but I think they're going to be annoyed that I wanted to play it. And I tell you for why, right? They're like fiercely creative, and they've changed lots over a short period. It's not from a long ago, that track.
Yeah.
But they've had all sorts of creative, moves during that time, and that might feel like a throwback to them. But I don't apologise, because that is a great track.
I agree.
And so I've been listening to that on repeat for quite a long time. So yeah, I'm really, really chuffed to be playing it. It's a great tune.
They're great guys. I've gotten to know them too. They've actually played the Marmalade Presents, our showcase that we have here at the Ministry. So I've gotten to know them quite a bit over that time, and now I'm doing a little bit of work with Harrison on the composer side. They're good guys. They're really
The live
good
show's
guys.
good. Hey.
Yes.
I can't remember where it was. I saw them. I feel like it was the lower third, but I might have made that up. But yeah, I saw them play a show, and they were really good live. So,
Yeah.
if you get a chance, go and check them out.
They're great performers. They're good. They're funny. Like they have good banter between one another.
Yeah, it's true.
A big fan. So the real reason why I really wanted to bring you on, obviously, you have great taste and great curation, Phil. But you now have made a big transition into building your own company, and it has been off the back of so much work with artists. You've worked with artists from all different spectrums, whether they're just starting out, they're trying to build up like who their audience is, to artists who have a sustainable audience and understanding how do we explore new opportunities, how do we grow this in different capacities at AWOL. And that was a big insight into a big distribution company and doing one track. And it seems like you found a real need in today's world that artists need support. And you've built a company called The Team Around You. And I've been really impressed just how quickly you've moved based off of how many people you've gotten around to support this. And I just wanted to feel like, what has been the moment that feels for you that you finally have landed, that you feel like this is the idea. This is the idea, this is what people need, and this is what The Team Around You really stands for and what it means.
It's a good. I like that way in. That's a nice way of talking about it. So like, I'll try not to go on forever about this, but like I do think a bit of context helps. Like I was an artist for 7 or 8 years in the noughties. It was a great band, electro pop band based in Sheffield, and we had a great time. I was playing with my 2 best mates, and so we had loads of fun, but we didn't know what we were doing. We were totally feckless. We had very little support around us. We did have some support, but not loads. We didn't know loads of people in the industry, so it was a mysterious thing. I know how difficult it is to break as an artist, because I spent a long time trying. And after 7 or 8 years, when I left the band, I then was lucky enough to find my way into AWOL, where I spent a really long time working. It was a very small company when I joined, and I worked with it and grew with it for like 14 years. And like you say, worked with hundreds of projects a year that were going from, 0 to 1 million streams over and over again. We saw this, with so many different projects. We saw loads what didn't work, saw loads what did work. And so I had this amazing, very lucky, fortunate way into the music industry. Don't get me wrong, I had to work quite hard, but it was a really lucky place to be.
You don't see the day to day when you're speaking from 14 years and plus.
Yeah. Overtime for 14 years makes you look older. But no, I absolutely loved it, but my heart was always very much with the development of early stage artists. That bit's just so fun, so exciting, such a sort of creative phase of artists' careers. And what I've been seeing over the last few years is like loads of platforms and tools have amassed to support early stage artists. And like the DIY scene that started to come into prominence in 2010 quite quickly morphed into a situation where essentially artists were just allowed to do all of the hardest bit of artist development, which was find their first audience and try and start breaking. And it was only at that point that anyone would lean in and help them.
Yeah.
So I'm being a bit scattered in my thinking here, but so you've got that context where artists are having to do more and more on their own before anyone gives them any support. You've got great tools now for them. So you've got TikTok to grow your audience, and you've got Unheard to help you with marketing strategies, and you've got Symphonic for distribution, and all these different platforms have come up to help artists. But there's just no support until you've already got 5,000, 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
Frankly, that's kind of the hardest part of the whole gig. And at that point, it's great when a label sort of steps in and says, look, we can help take it from here. But there's this big gap in support. And I was seeing that often when I was working at AWOL. You'd see these great projects that were spoiling for an artist manager, and they just couldn't find one, which seemed crazy. So that was when the idea started percolating and evolving. And so yeah, over the last couple of months, we launched the platform, and we've got some great experts there. It's a real mix. We've got fantastic artist development experts like Beth Cherry, like Jazz Rocket, and Leon Haynes, and people like that. And then we've got these really experienced managers, like you mentioned Diane earlier. We're working with Diane, which is great. Diane Wag, Stephen Budd, Phil Nelson, Christian, all these fantastic people. And it's really gratifying. They're just really up for it. For clarity, the way the platform, it's an opportunity for any artist to sort of, you log in, you go to the platform, and you can get some time with amazing music industry experts. They're all vetted. I should say, right, I've got an amazing network in the music business. I am hopeless at networking. It is all down to the being in the right place at the right time.
Yes.
I worked with so many incredible managers and experts in my role leading the artist support teams at AWOL. So despite my really quite clumsy efforts to network, I do now have a really good network. And so, yeah, it's exactly what I wanted when I was in a band where we were working long days, we were doing gigs in the wrong place, we were cutting vinyl at the wrong time, we were making videos when we didn't need video. We did everything you could do wrong. We did it wrong. And if we'd have been able to just meet with, let's say, Stephen Budd or Beth Cherry, if we could have met with someone like that, once a fortnight for a few months, we could have skipped so many of the mistakes we made. So yeah, I'm rambling. I haven't let you get a word in edgeways.
I love just the way that you're able to now tell the story on why people should connect and why people should do this, because it's a problem, but the actual problem here is that it's hard to know what direction to go into. There's so many options. The options actually are just growing and multiplying by the second, it feels like. So if you're trying to just do anything online, it's overwhelming to decide, how does this system work? How does this system work? How does this work? And with things changing ever so slightly, when you think about it, it's actually changing so quickly, all at the same time. And I really resonate with all the stuff that you're doing here, because when I came over to the UK, I didn't feel like I was a manager. I didn't want to tell artists what to do. I didn't want to tell other people what to do. What I wanted to do is provide as much guidance as possible. I wanted to do that based off of what I knew. And I was coming from a different sector previous to this. So being able to come into that, I wanted to show that this was a true partnership in so many different ways. And I feel like the best people in the music industry really represent it in that way. They're coming from a partnership. They're coming from, this is what we do really well. This is what you do really well. Now, how do we work together to be able to get all that stuff out there? And we consistently build and build and build. And like, I coined a term called the artist vision partner, which I call myself now instead of a manager, because I really do feel like it's creating that vision and being able to grow in different ways depending on who you're working with. And I feel like this resonates so much to what you've built. Yes, it is a platform, but really what you're trying to do is just build relationships, and those relationships really stemming from, how do we elevate? How do we elevate in a very succinct way? How do we elevate in a very unique way? Because each person comes at it from a unique opportunity, where, as you said earlier, symphonic as a distribution, it may not work for every single one. And how do those experts then say, have you tried this? Oh yes, you've tried that. Well, great. Let's go over here and try this now in those different ways. And I feel like having that trust is so difficult, because it's hard to ask. And then when it's hard to ask, it's then hard to say, well, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? So I really like the approach that you're having within there, and I love the experts that you've selected. I know I'd say about half I know personally, and I would go to them for advice and just for myself and being like, what do you think? I mean, we talked about Diane, but like, there's a few other people on there. I'm like, how would you go about this? How do you go about this? So they're great people. You've created it really, really well. So congrats, Phil, on all that.
That's really nice to hear. It's really gratifying. I think, I'll write that compliment down in the journal. When I have my low moments, I'll come back to that. Yeah. And one of the things I'm so excited about is the reality when you're like a developing artist is, normally it's your only artist project. You might have been another artist before or something, but normally you've worked on one artist project ever. And the way that you get on pretty much anywhere in life is you try something, you see whether it works or not. If it doesn't work quite right, you iterate, and then you have another go.
Yeah.
And you go round and round that cycle. Like I try something, see if it works, iterate, go again. And if you don't have any experience in your corner, you have to try, iterate, repeat over and over again all of those different things you're alluding to. So you've got to be thinking, okay, what works with gigging? What works with marketing? How do I do merch? How do I do TikTok? How do I do reaching out to, other experts to get connections and so on? You're trying all of this stuff out. There's so much to do that you need an experienced person to say, look, you can just skip all of that stuff. That's not the right place to focus. Or carry on doing that. You're killing it there. Be doing that. Yeah. And it's such an impressive and important fast track for getting around some of the things. You don't have time to try, iterate, repeat in every area of your career. Because like you say, there's just a million different things, a million different asks for artists nowadays. So yeah, I think that's going to be one of the superpowers of where maybe it's just 1, 2, 3 sessions might actually be all you need to really get flying.
True.
Because they can just remove some of the places where you're focusing that you don't need to, and could tell you, look, your superpower's here, just go to work there, and so on. So yeah.
I love that. It's building that trust, and then it's building the confidence on top of it to be able to go in different capacities. I look at it as, I think you've probably used the term in a few ways of just coaching, and everybody I feel like just needs a coach, because you have to find other people to just help you and get you where you're at, but then you relate to them and they're able to steer you in different ways. So having people with different mindsets that are able to just help you shift, and you build that trust, the confidence just continues to accelerate and accelerate and accelerate. So I love what you've been doing there. I relate to it a lot, and I have a feeling a lot of people are going to get on board and connect over the foreseeable future, because it's only getting more and more. There's more and more noise that's being added to the world, and especially in the creative community. So I think you're going to get more and more people connected.
I think it's true. I mean, there's so many headwinds for artists, and I know that's always the case. I don't think today's loads worse than it has been in the past, but it's really different. And the challenge is, if you take, for example, the challenge with music, AI based music, okay, it won't be very long. It might be that right now the AI music is brilliant. I haven't heard any that's brilliant yet, but it might. It's give it a year and there'll be brilliant music made by AI. The reality is, I'm not going to care very much about it. I want to know that the artist suffered. If they're talking about, heartbreak, I kind of care that their heart was broken. It will make a difference.
Yeah.
And so the burden on artists to really tell the story, to explain a bit about the lyrics or build the world around their music, it's only going to grow.
Yeah.
If they're going to, stand up against this sort of AI music that's dropping. And I think that's actually quite a good thing. I think artists are brilliant at that, and I think it means that the music is going to have to have this bigger world around it, which obviously for great artists now it already does. That's already a necessity for a substantially successful artist. But doing that totally on your own, there's a lot of skills to learn when it comes to understanding your artist pillars and communicating them across channels. I mean, it's not easy if it doesn't come naturally, but they are learned skills. And so you'll need coaching for that. And that's just in the conversation around AI music and how you compete with that. Do you know what I mean? There's a million different challenges in front of artists. Obviously they will rise to them, and they always do, but I think the additional support is going to be a real distinguishing factor for the artists that succeed and the ones that really struggle.
Yeah. It's difficult to be an artist, but now I think it's even more pivotal that the people who choose to be artists want to go down that journey. You can't go at it half-ass. You can't just say, oh, I kind of want to make music, and everybody else is making it in their bedroom, I think I can make this, and put it out there because you have all these tools to be able to do these things. Now it's finding the ones who actually want to change culture, which we've been discussing a little bit back and forth previously off air, but being able to do that in a way where it's actually making an impact, actually making a difference. And that difference can be within your own community or within themselves. But I feel if they want to take that next approach, they have to be able to dive into it and actually say, I need to do this. I deserve to do this. And this is for me, but it's a service. I'm serving others, and I'm doing that through my music, through my moments, through my feelings, through all these different channels that you feel as a human, through emotions, which I feel like we're losing a lot in society. That is important. And I feel like the experts that you've brought around within there, they want to work with people who really care about this, that aren't just doing it to make a buck. They're not just doing it just to put it out there because they can, but they're doing it because they actually want to make an impact in that way. And I feel like that stature and that level of stuff is so important, that if you're not going to dive into and put all your heart and effort into how do you tell those stories, why you're telling those stories, and those stories actually trying to make an impact, I don't know if it's worth it. So ask yourself that question if you want to do it, because I feel like if you do, being a part of where Phil is building his community and with all of those incredible people is where to go in those ways. And I can't wait for now a year of your work in that. So if AI Music is moving in a year, we'll check in to see where you're at with all the different coaches and all the different artists that you've helped over that time. I think it's really beautiful.
Yeah, that's really nice. I think it's so true. And what you just described there, it's a big ask for artists, isn't it? It's so much they've got to bring to the table. But yeah, I'm really excited in how we can help in just that space as well. I think like it's a really nuanced, difficult early conversation to have, is trying to understand what you are as an artist or who you are, and that kind of artist development piece. I haven't spent all my career sort of really focused on that bit, and I work with people who do, and it's a real art form. And like, you know, there are some experts on the platform who've done a lot of that and are really good at it. And I think taking some time with someone, it doesn't have to be through our platform, but finding someone outside of your immediate circle to help you start to understand what's unique about you as an artist, and like what's the story that you're telling. And like there's all sorts of examples we can draw on. I always end up going to Youngblood because his artist pill is around him being, you know, really passionate about sort of rock punk music, and he's got this really misfit fan base that he loves. Which is really sweet. World needs more of that, so kudos to him. But like those artist pillars, you really know what you get with Youngblood, and he communicates every time he's on TikTok, and so he communicates really effectively. Learning what that is for you, that's quite hard to do actually. When trying to put eyes on yourself can be really tricky. For the artists who find that stuff really naturally, they can fly on socials. But for people who can't, that's okay. That is another learned skill. And I'm a really pragmatic guy. I've seen lots of artist projects. I've seen lots of projects where people, maybe that was their blind spot. They just needed to speak to someone and start working that stuff out. And then they really start to fly. And like, you know, we know artists where they're really good, but they haven't quite understood their voice yet. And it makes everything a little bit harder. And so, yeah, I think it's really interesting. I'm a pretty firm believer that almost all of the skills that we're asking of artists nowadays can be learned. You know, as long as you're really focused on honing a great craft, making sure the music is brilliant, and then you're trying to build an online audience and you're trying to build an in real life audience, and then wherever you hit roadblocks, you get the support you need to move through those roadblocks, then, you know, it's all there for you to win. But yeah, there are a lot of legit challenges there.
It's the little wins. I think finding the little wins in every which way that you can just motivates that to grow and grow and grow. I love it. I'm so alike in so many ways. I feel like it's hard, but the hard, when you break through, it feels so great, which I think is really beautiful. So you've really built this, and I'm so impressed in where things are, and I know there's going to be more things that we continue to collaborate with over that time. But we'll get back to the mix for a little bit now, and then we'll be able to kind of chat more about what Phil's up to, and we'll add some different links in the actual show notes. So if people want to be able to discover or get in contact, they can, and I think it'll be really great to be able to just discover what's out there in a lot of ways. So our next track actually is another one that you picked, which I'll let you kind of go a little bit into, and let's see if there's any. Why'd you pick the song?
I wanted to dedicate it to my wife. We went to see them live a little while ago. The band's Ad Wife. I'm pretty sure they're from Carnarvon in Wales. But it's like we just spent a couple of years living in northwest Wales, my wife and I. She was studying over there, so it's really fun. I'm totally in love with well, I mean, we're kind of right on the edge of Snowdonia there. We're near Bangor, so I had an absolutely lovely time there. It's really cool. And they were fantastic live. You get a chance to see them. It's not often you're seeing a Welsh-speaking band. It's kind of unusual. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. So I'm really made up to play it and dedicate it to my wife.
Well, this is the right one. This song is called Sud, and I hope you enjoy. So that was Magic Number, Chinese American Bear. Now, this song, I have a funny story to tell quickly. I listened to this, probably Discover Weekly, some playlist online, put it on, started listening to it over and over again. Then found out they came and played The Great Escape in Brighton this past year in May. And I told a few people as we were talking about who are you going to go see, a few friends of mine in the industry. And my friend Ben, I said, I'm going to go see this band, Chinese American Bear. And he laughed. He's like, that's a band name? That's hilarious. Because this past year, there were so many band names that you're like, is this a band or are you just talking shit? Like, what's happening here? And he went and he just laughed the entire time. It's like, I'm obsessed. So every time I see him, we talk about it all the time, and we talk about this, that, and the other. So they have a really like nice connection here with me and my mate, and I just had to put him on here because I think that they're so unique and so new, and I think they're doing such a good like little cross collab in that way. So hope you enjoyed Magic Number. We're going to get into our next track. It's an artist, Hannah Lily, and this one I think just has so much bang, got so much angst, got so much great energy, and I think she just has fucking passion. So I hope you enjoy. This is Iconic, Hannah Lily.
I don't like your band, but you're hot and you look good under the bright lights. Now we're outside, it's early in the morning, but it feels right. It's so late, don't know what to say. I can read your mind, wanna talk about it. Oh, I'm tired, do you feel the same? Oh, I don't mind, just forget about it. If you don't finish cigarettes, that means you're not a smoker. It's not that serious, but every night that I come over, it turns to scrambled eggs and something burning in your toaster. You're not a relationship type of guy, but you're getting closer. You taste like coffee when it's not completely finished brewing. You're so committed to your non-commitment attitude, but if you wanted to, then I think you would fucking do it. Yeah, I think you would. I'm getting tired, I'm not calling you a liar, but I don't wanna sit here in this bar and sip on watered down excuses. I don't wanna talk you into caring, baby, you should wanna do it. If you're really so transparent, how come I can see right through it? Cause you're telling me you love me, but I know it's only true-ish. I don't wanna argue in your car and let the good parts get diluted. Every little I don't know and maybe so. And I think one day I could do this. I could act like I'm that cool chill girl, but that'd be fucking stupid. Cause you're telling me you love me, but I know it's only true-ish. Yeah, I know it's only true-ish. Lapse in your memory and gaps in all the conversations. You're twisting all your words. I tell my friends you're so creative. You're staying in tonight, but left out crucial information. Like who's that girl in your story, and have you seen her naked? And why did I meet your parents and shake hands over dinner? And was the door ever open or only cracked a sliver? You took your closure, went colder than a Chicago winter. No wonder why I'm bitter. I don't wanna sit here in this bar and sip on watered down excuses. I don't wanna talk you into caring, baby. You should wanna do it. If you're really so transparent, how come I can see right through it? Cause you're telling me you love me, but I know it's only true-ish. I don't wanna argue in your car and let the good parts get diluted. Every little I don't know and maybe so. And I think one day I could do this. I could act like I'm that cool chill girl, but that'd be fucking stupid. Cause you're telling me you love me, but I know it's only true. Watered down excuses. I don't wanna talk you into caring, baby. You should wanna do it. If you're really so transparent, how come I can see right through it? Cause you're telling me you love me, but I know it's only true-ish. I don't wanna argue in your car and let the good parts get diluted. Every little I don't know and maybe so. And I think one day I could do this. I could act like I'm that cool chill girl, but that'd be fucking stupid. Cause you're telling me you love me, but I know it's only true-ish.
Well, as you probably can tell, that was True-ish by the artist Austin. And I've had the pleasure actually to get to know Austin when I was living in Chicago. So I was kind of working with her. I was working with her agency, and she had just something special about her. So I've been following her journey for the last handful of years. This was about like 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago. And it's just really great to kind of see where she's at now. And I feel like her songwriting has been really developed. She's just taking some really good approaches. She lives out in LA now, and she's been cracking on with a lot of great things. So I only want the best for her. Really support her. I think the song is great, and I think there's so much more that's going to come from it. So we're going to round out. We have one more track to play, but before we get into that, Phil, it's been a pleasure to curate this with you and to hear a lot about the work that you're doing. It is not easy to start a business. It's not easy to start a business in music, and it's not easy to consistently keep coming to bat every day to find, how do you solve this problem? How do you do this? How do you help people? How do you help the world? And especially, how do you help creative people develop and build the world and where things are? What are you most proud of? And what is the things that you are really setting your mind to right now that you're just trying for, that's in front of you personally?
Yeah, that's a nice setup. I like it. I think it's an interesting one. I think I still just feel super connected to what I'm doing. I feel really, really lucky in that. Like I just spent the formative years I spent in a band trying, and I guess maybe failing to do what we wanted to do. Like I wanted a national tour, I wanted critical acclaim, and things like that we didn't make it. We achieved loads, but those formative years, they were glorious and wonderful. I wouldn't change them for a minute, and they were really tough. They were long days and really smelly, cold recording studios in the back streets of Sheffield, and driving all night to play gigs to nobody, and all of the kind of good wholesome fun that you have as an artist cutting your teeth. And that mission still feels really deep and really personal. I have a huge amount of respect for what artists today have to go through. They got a whole series of new challenges that we didn't have to worry about. I mean, I don't want to. Well, I don't mind that I'm older than older than a lot of the people I work with, but like we weren't dealing with the same kind of social pressures, social media pressures that artists have nowadays. There's so much in front of them. And so I just feel really lucky to be a part of helping in that space. And I just want to keep working on bringing clarity for artists, because lots of what we do is complicated and nuanced in the music industry. I get that. But the reality is, for artists today, it hasn't necessarily changed so much. Keep honing your craft, develop an online audience, and develop an in real life audience by playing live if you can. Look at those three things. Are you moving the needle on those three things on a day-to-day or weekly basis? And if you are, kudos to you, keep going. If you're not, then you need to do some learning to find out what's blocking you and then move forward. But yeah, it is a tough gig, and so yeah, I feel like what I'm doing with the team around you feels super aligned with what I care about, and I think it's doing the good work of helping make that stuff a little easier and a little clearer in a way that's available to everybody. Like I just said, I was living in Northwest Wales for a little while. If you're a band in Northwest Wales and you need support, there's a great charity called Anthem, but outside of that, it's tough to find people, and we've made a platform where they can do that, and I'm really proud of that.
Nice. You should be. You're doing great things, not just good things. And it's a really good lesson where you're able to just divide up those three things, focus on those three things now. So if this can be a little bit of help in that way, can you imagine if you actually take approach and actually be able to build all those different things on top of that? I'm really excited to see this grow. You're hustling. We talked about it, and I know you feel like that. You're cycling around, hustling from thing to thing to thing, and I feel like that's the way to do it from all different aspects of stuff. It's about the hustle and hard work. So just keep at it, everybody. Got this. We'll make it happen. And if you need some help, come find us. And maybe this playlist will motivate you in some ways to keep making some great tunes, which I really love. Phil, it's been a pleasure. It's been really great. People will get in touch with you. I absolutely know it, and I really love this playlist. So it's gonna be on repeat, which I love so
nice
much.
One. Well, thanks so much for having me. You're doing it's fierce leadership in this space. I really appreciate you having me on, and your curation skills are very good. So I'm gonna listen to all these tunes too. But yeah, thanks so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
So great, Phil. So great, Phil. We're gonna end it with a great tune, something that I scream while I'm running and singing along. So this is Vienna. Everything's Fine by Vienna, Vienna. Please enjoy.
I'm not scared to die. You're fucking right. You're too cool to care. But you fucking tried. You call me up just to call me a bitch, but I deserved it. Shit hurt, but it was worth it. Apologize, but I just keep on trying on the same shit. Vienna, Vienna, Vienna. Everything's fine, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine, yeah, everything's fine. You're fine and I'm fine, so it's fine. Don't wanna be selfish when I'm looking helpless. I buy you back at the hand where the help is. Always saying that I'm gonna get better, but I got too stoned and I kept on forgetting. Yeah, the truth is I'm doing just fine. I said it back then, but I mean it this time. I'm not scared to die. You're fucking right. You're too cool to care. But you fucking tried to call me up just to call me a bitch, but I deserved it. Shit hurt, but it was worth it. Apologize, but I just keep on trying on the same shit. Vienna, Vienna, Vienna. Everything's fine, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine, yeah, everything's fine. You're fine and I'm fine, so it's fine. Everything's fine, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine, yeah, everything's fine. You're fine and I'm fine, so it's fine. You're my friend and you keep me in check, but for now I'd like a moment just to be a fucking mess. So piss off just for trying to love me, I guess. I'll politely request a conversational narcissist. No, you're not a part of this. I try every day to get into the heart of this, but the truth is I'm doing just fine. I said it back then, I'll say it one more time. I'm not
Yes.